So number one is the hook, because you have 3 seconds or so to catch someone's attention. So you need to say something that's either like controversial or has statistics in it, or is going to hook them in, essentially. And that's the number one thing. If you don't have a good hook, you're kind of shooting that video in the foot from the start. And that's why, like, I bring up John Whiting again. Something that I don't particularly like about his content is that it's all repurposed, but he never pre-frames any of it with a hook. And he spent, like, because I'm in his program, I watch it. I spend the first 20 seconds trying to figure out what he's talking about. And by the time I figure out what he's talking about, it's finished. Like, you need to be like, this is what this is about. And if you can make it controversial or be like more gripping, even better. Number two is the actual content itself. What are you saying? Is it of value? And for something to be valuable, it needs to either entertain, educate, or motivate. And if you're not doing any of those three things, it's probably not of value. So you need to make sure what you're saying is good or great, even, as he said. So, like, and then also make it succinct as well. As we all know, attention spans are dropping more and more and more. If you start waffling and rambling, people are going to fall off, and very quickly. And then thirdly, which kind of ties to that last point, is your performance. Like, how are you saying this? Like, you can have a great hook and a valuable thing that you're talking about, but if you say it with no confidence, people are going to fall off as well. And they can see that in your body language. They can feel it in your energy. That's the good thing about videos. It's a transfer of energy. So, like, people can tell, like, subliminally your intent. You know what I mean? So if all of that's off, it doesn't matter how good the hook and the actual content is. Like, for example, so with Grant Cardone, he's always like, you got to get your money straight. Yeah. If he went, savings accounts are kind of lame, and yeah, you need to sort your money out, because if you get taken to court and you don't have $1 million in the bank, you're probably going to be a bit screwed. Nobody's there for that. They want Grant Cardone like, savings account are dumb, man, and you need to sort your money out. You need $1 million in the bank, or you're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference. Like, yeah, it has to be a performance behind what's being said, and if you don't have that, then it doesn't matter how good it is. The first two are.
Yeah. So much to unpack there. Energy. I talk about this all the time. Is the energy that you have on video, not just confidence. Like, you could be. I think they go hand in hand. But if you're confident, your energy seems to come out more as well. So.
And also, don't get me wrong, like, if your personality is that of being quite reserved and you're confident in, like, stillness, you can be gripping in being like that. But if the confidence isn't there and then you're quiet, and see what, like, I know if people are listening to this on Spotify or anything like that, they wouldn't have seen, but when I did that impression of Grant Cardone being non-confident, I was looking down and not making, like, looking up. Like, that, it's that kind of thing. But if you're looking directly at the camera and you're talking slowly but, like, grippingly, I'm not particularly good at it, because I'm like I said, I was like ADHD as a child. So but you could probably think of people who are like Neil Patel. He's quite, like, bit nerdy, bit like, he's not overly, he's not Gary V, like, or Grant Cardone. And, like, people still listen to him because what he's saying is of value, and he's saying it with that confidence. So it can be, you have to also have congruency with your personality. If somebody like Neil Patel started trying to act like Grant Cardone, the energy would be off. People would pick up on that, you know? Yeah.
I'm thinking of an analogy here, and let's see if it tracks, right? So going to school, right? You had that, to me, the teachers that I learned the most from were the best presenters, right? Like if you had that monotone teacher in front of the class, okay, do you read book page 239 in your textbook? Um, I I did not learn from them as well as I did from the teachers that were good presenters. So I think it's very much the same thing.
Absolutely.